Right, guys, I'm delighted to bring you Iona Stephen today. Iona, obviously well-known broadcaster. You hear her voice on Sky Sports all the time. And we're going to have a little bit of a recap first because we had a lesson about 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
which you can find on Iona's channel. We had a real kind of reset because for people who maybe don't know, we did a lot of work together around about 9 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. It must have been nearly 10 years ago when I was playing golf full time. I was very, very lucky to have a lot of time with you, Dan. Before the secret was out that you were the short game wizard, I knew about Dan, and you transformed my game.
Yeah, we had
From
a weekly session, didn't we?
We had weekly sessions. I was playing off about 4 handicap. We ended up getting down to +4. It was my lowest handicap, and a lot of that was to do with the short game.
Yeah, no, we enjoyed it, and it was good to have a recap the other day.
Yep.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to just check that you're on top of it. Check the basics. Okay. You can talk me through it.
Yep.
You've had one competitive round since then, but very little practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've just had a few things to cover. The Scottish Open, the Open,
been quite busy.
things like that. Yeah, lots of talking a very good game,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
not a lot of implementing it myself.
So we're going to have a look at that, and then I thought we'd have a little 9-hole chipping competition like the old days.
He's out for some revenge. He's out for some revenge.
The video did go out where we had a small one, a new one. So we'll unfortunately I've just come straight off the plane. I haven't had any practice, but we're gonna have a good game afterwards and see who comes out on top. But yeah, to begin with, you got your 54 degree.
I do.
And we're going to get to this front pin here. So this is very much your straightforward sort of release one chip. And perhaps if you set up to it and maybe just talk through some of the key points we covered in the video. Like you say, you can catch that on Iona's channel, Bruce, if you do that. But just to go through in your mind where you are with things, and then I can just make sure
I'm there.
it, yeah.
Okay, love that. So we're starting with release one.
Yeah.
Great. And I one of the things I loved about the time we worked together, and now I'm delighted we're getting to do more work together again, is the way that I was able to compartmentalize things in my brain, because it's so nice, isn't it, as a golfer, when you can put things in little boxes and go, okay, and they give you these reference points, because there's so many games within the game of golf, and I think that's quite important because it's so hard to remember everything all the time. So release one, what I recall we spoke about a few weeks ago was just, making sure it's a nice narrow stance, standing up to the ball position a little bit back in the stance, and we spoke about the grip pressure not being too tight.
Because you got a bit tight, haven't you?
Yeah, so nice and loosey goosey, and then we spoke about on the backswing again that feeling of the right hip just opening a little bit. I was getting a bit armsy and kind of a bit stiff Richard here, so a little bit more hip turn, and then from there just keeping the chest moving through the shot.
Rotating back around, yeah, and the big thing there was that right arm connection, which comes from everything we talked about, from getting more in here and more around this way. The right arm then stays on the rib cage throughout, because I remember at the beginning you got very much kind of into that long game habit. I know you've been working quite hard in your swing recently, trying to cover it more and kind of get more this way.
Yeah.
But in a way, it was kind of hurting your short game.
Yeah. Because
you were getting quite disconnected, and there was quite a lot of drive here. So it's interesting what you said at the beginning. Yeah, very important that viewers understand that the long game and the short game are totally opposite games.
Yeah.
And we did a good job last time of sort of getting you back into the short game. But yeah, that's all really good stuff. You've remembered that well. That's good.
Remembered it well, yeah. And I think, as I've said to you, I have been re-entering into golf. I had a nasty injury in my wrist, which knocked me out of the game for several years. I'm very lucky that I'm back in the game, being able to enjoy it, mainly just for fun now, but still competitive. And my long game has been where I've come back, kind of focusing on, and my short game has been terrible. So I've been really pleased to go through this refresher with Dan. So I'll show you what I've got here.
Yeah, much more round. Whereas before it was very linear, very straight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you've had that one competitive round, which you did actually quite well at, didn't you? You got off to a rough start, but you said you did pretty well in the pre-qualifying.
That's right, I did. I went to Open pre-qualifying for the AIG Women's Open, because in my lifetime I would love to just play in that event once. I still have my pro status, and as I say, I have played barely any golf at all in the last few years, but I had, covering 3 events for Sky Sports back to back to back. So not a great kind of intro and run-in into that event. But psychologically, I thought, come on, what have we got to lose? I'm only going to learn a lot. And I did learn a lot. And it was just, first thing that I learned more than anything was how much I enjoyed it. And yeah, I got off to a bad start at double bogeyed the first hole, hit my driver, which is normally my most, trusty club in the bag, down the right-hand side. And this rough at Delamere, beautiful golf course in the middle of England, was very thick. And sort of hacked my way to a pretty good double in the end, and then steadied the ship a little bit, took the driver out again on 8, off to the right she went, made another double. So at the turn, I was really up against it, and I was just proud of the way I kind of steadied the ship a little bit and came back very steady in the back 9. 1 over for the back 9 on a tough golf course, and I didn't have one birdie all day, Dan. But I think that was a reflection again of some of my short game, where I just wasn't quite getting that proximity to give myself the 3-4 footer for birdie. It was always, I had many chances from like 7-8 foot for birdie, and I didn't hold any of them.
Well, the master against you.
But lots of good quality shots. Loved being under the gun again with
like
that
the juice
card
has
in the
got
hand.
flowing.
Juice has got flowing, and now I feel like in the next 12 months I'm ready to really start, paying attention to how I perform under pressure again. And so much of it is about keeping the score alive in this part of the game.
A few more. I mean, the big thing I can see that you've improved from last time is your grip pressure. I mean, the fact you've actually finished him holding this end of the club tells me how soft and how relaxed it's all becoming.
Yeah.
You don't look like you're rigid and sort of driving that way. Has that been a key focus for you when you did play in that qualifying event?
Definitely. And I actually made some great pars, up and downs, scrambles. I had a great up and down at one of the bunkers, and again, it was that feeling of the right connection.
Yeah.
Beautiful little shot to a couple of feet. And then a couple of times, these greens were firm and fast. So even if you're coming in with like a long iron, you were often tripling off. And I found myself, just generally feeling, and because I was in good mind and spirit, you've got that relaxation in the body. And I was under pressure, but I think so long as you play golf with a smile on your face, it helps you to feel relaxed.
Yeah.
And that came out in my short game.
Yeah, good. Okay. Well, this is looking good. Okay, just a couple more for me.
Okay.
I think your grip pressure's great. Your setup's really nice. Still think we can just connect the backswing up a little bit more.
Okay.
It's like your arms and body are working slightly independently. So if you set up to the ball there.
Yep.
So I just want you to get the feeling of really gluing that right elbow onto you, and really feel like your right hip and the arm, everything works together more this way.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're this stays a little bit static and you get a little bit this way, almost too much form rotation.
Yeah.
And then that makes you having to sort of manipulate it back to the ball a little bit more. So feel like this arm is a lot more connected.
Yeah.
And just turn that right side with it, okay?
Okay.
And then through the ball is good. We can maybe just rotate that a little bit better as well.
Okay.
But I think if we get that better in the back, so you take it back and then come down. So it's more this way.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So put more glue under that right elbow there. There we go. That's spinning properly now.
Nice contact.
Good. You feel that?
Yeah.
Good. I'm pleased. You haven't forgotten it all.
Not all.
Haven't gone back to old habits, which is really, really easy to do, isn't it? If you have a lesson, then you put it down for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And that's what I see a lot of from amateurs. You've obviously, even if you haven't had time to practice it, you've probably had thought about it a little bit.
I definitely have, and I think that it's amazing how much you can improve your game by just sort of letting things absorb into the body. I'm probably in an advantageous position because there's probably a very old muscle in there somewhere from the old days where we worked together that's reworking that muscle memory. But I remember another point you raised the last time we worked together was my feet were kind of getting a bit in this direction, this kind of weird angles of my hips.
Which really puts the ball position right back here then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Relative to where your feet are.
Yeah. So just kind of bringing them back to more of a neutral position, which is
then
helpful.
move the ball forward, Okay, a little bit quick there in transition. Just feel like from the top of the swing, it's very much the chest controlling the rotation, yeah? So there was good here, and then your arms sort of went a little bit aggressive there, right? So feel like the chest is the engine here. Chest, there you go. That's as good as it gets.
Beautiful.
You feel that?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I'm quite happy with that.
Okay.
I just want to watch you hit a couple of higher ones to that left-hand pin.
Sure.
I might let you use a 60 here.
Oh,
no, you've got a 54 to 60, haven't you? Let's grab that.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to do like a release 2 now. Just check that shot out to that pin. This is really quick down there, so you need to land this no more than about halfway onto the green.
Okay.
Ball position, plenty of length for backswing. This is where you tend to let yourself down a little bit. Last time you were quite short.
Yeah.
So if you can just allow the torso to rotate and get a longer, maybe than your sort of instinct wants you to, get a little bit more length to it, and that's going to soften it up through the ball then, okay?
Okay.
Just want to show me a softer ball flight. Oh, there we go. There we go. And you put it in the holster. Look at that. How good is that?
That was lovely.
Wow. Have you worked on this at all?
No, I
No,
swear.
serious?
I haven't done it at all. But mentally, I definitely have thought about what you said, and it is scary. I think it is scary to take such a big backswing for such a little shot, because you're part of your brain's going, like, what am I going to do with all this natural momentum? But then it's where I was just watching you do it the last time, and the way you just relaxed, let the club do the work is so beautiful. I have thought about it though.
Yeah, sure.
Just haven't done
Does
it.
that make sense? I think people watching, like, if you get short here, it's like giving yourself, what we're trying to hit this. We're trying to hit this about, what, 15 yards through the air? If you give yourself like a 5-yard backswing, you've got to drive, haven't you?
Yeah.
But what you're doing now is you're giving yourself maybe about a 20-yard backswing, and then you're going to be smooth and soft, and you're going to play the shot as good as that. And you can see the picks on the ball just going crazy then. Like the spin was through the roof because you were letting the club release.
Yeah.
And you don't need to open the face up, do you?
No, not at all. There's so much loft on this club. I think the ball position is really important.
Yeah, you like it back, don't you?
I love it back.
You've got to push it forward more.
So
yeah.
I've got to be brave to pull it forward.
And that's, I mean, I love that. And you'll say, well, I hit that a little bit heavy. But actually, that's kind of exactly what we're trying to do that. You hit that around about 2 inches before the ball. And what a great shot.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea of this shot, is you can trust the ground. You can let it slide on the ground. Did you feel that impact
Yeah,
there?
definitely. Yeah, I got away with that because of the technique.
Wow, okay.
So that one I felt, I took it up there.
So there's no real rotation there. So you feel like you were his arms here.
I just
then
went
you pulled.
to my old habit.
So let's work it this way.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it's important to have that little magic moment at the top where you can feel the weight of the club. And if you're light enough in the grip, particularly your thumb pressure, you can feel where the club head is, and you'll actually feel the weight of the club. Do a practice swing now with the thumbs off the grip.
Okay.
Can you feel the weight of the club there?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I think the last time you wouldn't have felt that. You know, you just kind of drove it from the top there. So
it was all arms for me the last time. You know, if I was going to hit a high one before, I was locking the arms in, and this kind of lock and load, because I'd forgotten that feeling of gentle rotation and finesse.
Yeah.
So it is a very big change for me, back to good ways.
I mean, that is absolutely world class. It doesn't get any better than that. That was fantastic. Okay, that was beautiful. It was a tear to my eye. That was so nice. You just turned so nicely there, and it was so soft. That was pure. Anyone watching, that was absolutely pure. That's how it's done. So, okay, you've proven you can hit the low shot and the high shot.
Yeah.
I think it's competition time.
All right,
All
Dan,
right,
let's play
let's
to
get
this.
started, all right?
Let's be having you. 1-0 in the series, by the way, if you haven't seen that.
This is a proper one. Right, 9-hole challenge. We're going to go around different places around the short game area. Whoever gets its closest is going to choose the next shot.
Love it.
Okay.
Okay.
But I've selected a really simple shot to begin with, the one you've just been doing, right from here to that pin, that first pin. So it's fairly flat, slightly downhill.
Yeah.
From a fringe lie, slight upslope. So talk us. I'll let you go first.
Let me go first. How
Talk us
very
through how you're going to play
gentlemanly.
it, and so set the challenge. All right.
Okay. Is it one club only?
No. We'll take the bag, so you can use whatever club you want.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna get my 54, and I'm gonna play release one. I've got 3 wedges currently. I've got a 50, a 54, and a 60 degree. I'm most comfortable with my 60, but as I work with Dan, I'm very happy to becoming more friendly with this guy, the 54. It's on a little bit of an upslope, so that'll add loft, so definitely release one just to keep it down. Got green to work with. Looks like a hair of left to right in
Yeah,
this.
you've read it, yeah.
It's lying very nicely.
Well, you've played it well. You're not doing it to me again, are you?
Get
Hold it. Oh, no. Fair play. All right. That was pure.
Well, that's a pretty good
I
start.
do think we should have a rule. If we hole on top of it,
Yeah.
then the person who holes on top wins the hole.
Fine.
Right?
Wow. Okay, that's outstanding. But I tell you what, this Dan and Groove guy really knows a thing or two about short game. You should
I
really
can't
go for a
believe
lesson.
you've done that to me. So I've got to hole it.
Play Played it nicely. Had to give
Didn't
it a
break.
go.
Right. 1 up.
One up.
You choose the next shot. Gonna clean sweep me again.
Come on. Have you been watching much of the Olympics?
I have, yeah.
It's just so fun to
I thought-
watch the Olympics, I think.
Oh, we're getting into all the different sports. I've been
Yeah.
watching all the different.
I've been practicing my javelin technique,
Yeah.
you know, getting all
pole
this.
vault.
But it's so fun.
Kids have been into it.
Okay,
Right. I've
right.
got 56 still, so don't go somewhere.
Okay, 56. Right, Dan, shot number 2. Let's go a little bit further away. Got to carry this a little bit further. Different ways you could play it probably, but does the winner go first?
Yes.
Okay.
You selected a shot. You go first.
Right, so different ways you could play it. You could play
Which
this.
one are we going for?
Just this flag
This
here.
first one. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Which release are you using?
Good question. I see a bit of right to left, then back again. I'm going to use release 1.
Mm-hmm. Good technique again. You are switching on, aren't you?
Ooh.
Brought your game.
But there's definitely some room inside that.
Right, I'm going to do a release one as well. I'm just going to play it a little bit more toe down because I think it's pretty quick down there looking at the way in which your ball ran on.
Beautiful. Getting the hole.
Going in.
Oh!
Oh, 1-1.
Beautifully played.
Right.
It had a sniff at the hole.
Okay.
Okay. It's back in it.
All right, so my selection.
Good Scottish weather coming
Here
in
we are. We got the rain. You're at home now, yeah?
Yeah. Just at home.
Right. Okay, we're going to drop this one, play as it lies, on a down slope to the far pin.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So, I'm going to use my 56 here on a down slope, so I'm going to really set my body with the slope. It's the important thing here. That allows you then to come down a slope. Too many players have a stance that's too narrow for these. It tends to run on a bit more as well up a down slope. So I'm going 56, down the grip, ball in the middle, weight forward. Just picture that landing spot. Release 1 always off the down slope.
Come out pretty hot.
Sit, get in, sit,
Oh,
hit the hole.
hit the hole.
What's that, 2.5 feet?
Yeah. Pretty good
Bit
there,
of
Dan. Okay. Dropping it.
What loft have you got?
Oof.
Ooh, just sitting up a bit.
Up like a
That's
coconut.
a little bit tricky now when it's up like that.
That's like.
You've got to manage that and make sure it doesn't go up the face. So
That's very tricky. That I've got a 60 degree. Obviously, off this down slope is going to de-loft things, but now I have got to try and catch this quite high up the face. Okay.
that's the danger when it's sitting up so much there. Do you know what I would have done there?
Came up there.
Is I would have definitely used a 54 from that lie.
Right.
Because the ball was sitting so high,
Yeah.
it's so easy to hit it up here.
Yeah.
And that's what happened there.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah. I think really, if we analyse that, I don't think your technique was bad. I think it was just more like a mental error.
Decision.
On club selection, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right, 2-1.
2-1.
6 to go. Let's go for this left-hand pin now.
Like it.
So let's have a look at club choice. So there's a bit more going on here. It kind of goes up and then down. Go from the fairway lie, fringe light. So there's a few options here. I'm going to use a 52 this time.
Okay,
I'm
love
going to
that.
play it in a bit lower, land it in this front portion and let it feed down. I could carry the whole lot with a release 2, but
Quite a lot of wind to consider.
absolutely, and wind is a factor in short game. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't really think about that, but it does affect the flight, particularly when you put it up in the air. So I'm going to 52, a little bit of draw. I'm going to turn the toe a little bit, and just got to get the break right on this one. Sit.
It's nicely
Sit.
played. Yeah, very good.
That's pretty good. I just carried it about a yard too far, so that's about 6 feet.
Yeah, pretty good there, Dan. Okay, I'm going to learn as much as I can from your shot there. I'm also going to play a lower one with my 54 and going to let it kind of release round off this bank on the left. That's got to chase. That short backswing.
It's a little bit short, and it kind of went up the face there, so that lacked a bit of speed actually.
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit more speed. Turn it on to it, a little bit more length, yeah.
Okay.
Just a bit braver with that length, okay. Right, what are we on now? 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
She needs to dig deep here.
Bunker shot, yeah.
That was a real opportunity there. Wasted.
Right, I'm going to take you in the bunker now.
Okay.
We're going to go and hit a little soft bunker shot. So how have you found the transition to broadcasting then? I mean, have you obviously done it for a while now, but how did you find it and the journey of it?
It's been a very happy accident. It wasn't, as you know, Dan, my heart wasn't playing and the injury came along, and very fortunate to get the opportunity to go into the broadcasting in the first place. So I think it's been an amazing journey. You know, at the beginning, I wondered if I could be so close to golf and feel like I wasn't really playing myself, but rather talking about golf, and very quickly realised all the love and passion I have for the game there was a home for it there in the broadcasting world. So it's been a steep learning curve. You know, a lot of TV people maybe don't realise you're learning on the job, and in the first couple of years, that was really tough because you're trying your best to learn. It's a high pressure situation, and you're making mistakes in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people on air, and then you learn, and then much like golf, you learn and you do better the next time.
And you start to relax a little bit more. You're like talking about the key moments, right? The cups, the Open Championships.
Oh, it's been amazing. And so I think into the second year and into the third year of my broadcasting, I really started to enjoy it and relax into it, and feel like you don't have to think about things so technically anymore, and you're more just there to try and bring the best experience to the viewer at home.
You're enjoying the mix between your YouTube channel as well, which is going great, and the broadcasting as well. So
absolutely, On the Road with Iona has been an amazing journey, and I think it's given me an excuse to play more golf, and that love I have for playing the game. And I kind of lost my way with that because I didn't really think I would have the chance to do it again, and doctors had told me I wouldn't have the chance to do it again. So it's just been wonderful, and to get excuses to spend time with people like you and some fantastic characters we've had on the channel has been an amazing thing.
Right, check it out, some interesting stuff there. Right, so we're on what we're on now. We're 3-1, so we're on the fifth shot. We've got a bunker shot, quite a high lip. It's about 20-yard bunker shot. I'm going to use a 56.
Okay.
We did cover bunker play last time.
We did, we just touched on it.
Yeah, okay. So I'll check it out when you play yours. Well, just give yourself an average lie, okay? Nothing too tricky there. Right.
Beautiful.
That should be fairly close.
Oh yeah, 3 feet, 3.5 feet.
Okay. Right. Give yourself an okay lie.
Okay. You're on a little bit of an upslope. Entirely sure what yours did there. Just kind of breaks left to right a bit.
Yeah, just trace that a little bit. Played it lovely. Great noise there. Spin. Just played it a touch aggressive.
Yeah.
But played it well. I mean, you've got to be happy with the technique there.
Definitely, and I really feel like that right connection feeling has come up trumps in this bunker part of my game.
Yeah.
What a joy it is to play a bunker shot when you kind of feel that connection between the right arm and the torso. It makes it so easy.
I thought your technique there was absolutely superb. And just a note for people watching, I mean, technically I think you were 10 out of 10 there. And you've hit it maybe, what, 10, 12, 10 feet probably past the hole.
Yeah.
And some people might look at it and say, oh, no, it's not good enough or whatever. But that's just feel. That's just, if you were to spend half an hour in a bunker hitting that shot, you'd get it like that.
Yeah.
That is just feel.
Yep.
Technically, that was 10 out of 10.
Awesome.
It just needs a bit of practice to get the feel.
A bonus point? Bonus point?
No bonus points. So. Right.
All right, 4-1.
4-1. 4-1-5. Okay, so you can still win.
Yeah, don't you worry. Scotland, we love an underdog. This is where I feel comfortable.
What to do? Right. Should we go in the rough?
Okay.
Okay. Could have been worse. Grass is sort of growing across the ball a little bit. There's a little bit of air under the ball, so I've got to be a bit careful about going underneath that. So I'm going to play it 56, hinge, quite a short follow through.
Okay, wow.
I don't want to go underneath this. This is quick. It kind of bounces forward. It's quite firm, this area. Right, 56, little hinge. Ooh, nice. I landed right on the edge of the fringe, which shoved it forward.
Pretty good though.
It's okay. But if
Tough
that had been
shot.
like another inch, it would have been softer or an inch further back, but that's fine. Yeah, 6 feet, 7 feet, so bit of room there.
Okay,
See how your dropping skills are?
pretty good.
Similar to my lie, isn't it? It's sort of
Yeah,
up a little bit, isn't
up
it?
a little bit, and yeah, I think the thing that also makes this a tough shot is it's almost straight down the breeze, so it's tough to control that.
Shoots it forward, yeah.
All right, I'm going to play more of a sort of bunker style, kind of popping this up a little bit.
Played it really well.
Sit.
Sit though. Sit. Oh, I think you might have done it. Ooh.
Do me a favour and stop.
Oh, I don't know. On the angle, let's see.
Ooh.
You played that well though.
Thank you. I think you.
Oh, I don't know.
I think you might have
Do you
just
know what?
hit
I'm
me.
going to be gentleman and give you that one.
Really?
It's too close. Yeah. I'm giving you that
Oh,
one.
Dan.
I'm giving you that one.
That's incredibly
4-2.
generous.
4-2, your choice.
All right, thank you. Back in the game. All right, she's still on the scoreboard. Let's go for. So we've kind of done quite a lot of these two flags. Let's go for a really tight angle, shall we?
Tight angle, yeah.
Good lie. So we'll go
Yeah.
from the first cut, but not a lot of green to work with. How do you like that?
That is an interesting shot. I like that one, yeah. So what are you thinking?
Okay, so let's get my brain in the gear here again. It's amazing how much more my brain is in gear since we've done a bit of work together, because I think before I was just lazy and I just have this kind of one shot I'd lean on all around the green.
Pull a club and play it.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah.
starting to think hopefully a bit about where you're landing it and what sort of flight you need, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm going to stick with this club, and I think I've got to play something soft. So I know my tendency is to get a little bit short and stabby, so I'm going to try and play a really soft landing shot here. And I know that wind's going to hold the brake from left to
Where you
right.
landing it, just on top?
I think just on the top, yeah, just and let it feed down.
Played it really well. You just weren't brave enough in transitions. That makes sense. Like I like it,
Yeah.
but you just didn't quite let it fall.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like you made it happen rather than letting it happen.
Yeah.
Again, that's just a little bit of practice.
Yes.
Nothing wrong. I love the fact you committed to the length of the swing.
Yeah. I know there's a lack of sharpness with that shot, but I love the shot.
Yeah.
So fun to play.
I've got no worries at all there. I'm going to play one similar, maybe not quite as high. So I'm going to play a release two, but I'm going to put the ball a little bit further back just to kind of keep it down a little bit, because I don't want to get a high bounce on a downslope. So let's go. That sort of flight. That's it. It's kicked on a bit, but
it's good enough.
Done enough.
It's good enough.
Done enough.
Very good. See the way the ball spins when you strike it so well like that?
Yeah.
It's so satisfying.
Actually, you can see there's more of a downslope here, isn't there? But that's good. Hopefully I'll make that one
5-2.
down. 5-2, 2-2 goes. I think that's the match.
5-2. But what we're playing? Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7.
So
So
you can.
That's it, Dan. We've got a shake on the match.
Okay, shake
Well
on the
done,
match.
yeah.
You can get to 5-4.
All right, let's try. I think that would be worthy, and then we could maybe do a bonus one at the end.
Yeah.
And make it 5-5
you
or
can still
6-4.
get the win, yeah.
We get the tie. Get the tie.
The moral victory.
Okay.
Right, my
2
choice, isn't it?
chances
Okay,
to
right,
get
we're going to go.
points.
Right, interesting one. That right hand pin, really big slope, really feeds down. It goes up and then down. You got 2 options here. I'll play it as it's got. Because my ball is sitting down, I can't go in the air. If it was sitting better, I go higher and carry the lot. But because it's sitting down a bit, I don't feel I can quite play that shot. So I'm going to play a lower one. So I'm going to put the ball on the just inside the right heel here. I'm going to play a low flighted shot, 56. A little bit of draw to feed it down. Let's see if we can just get the read here right, which is a big thing. I'm quite happy with that one.
Oh, so good. That is so good.
There, yeah.
Wow.
Good. Yep.
Beautiful. Okay.
What are you doing? You going up or are you going down?
I'm kind of being a bit stubborn now, and I'm trying to get this sort of high, soft landing one. I'm going up.
Good shot.
Held up in the wind.
Actually, the wind, yeah. I mean, that's really gusting there. Again, but you played that one softer.
Yeah.
So that technique on the last shot would have been perfect. It just got caught up in the wind a little bit. Not really the shot in these conditions.
No.
I think the lower one's a better shot, but I like the fact you want to work on it a few times.
Okay, he's
right,
really got me now.
One more.
5. What's the score?
We are on
2, 5, 2?
6-2.
6-2.
6-2.
7, 8, yeah.
let's go this way.
I think in this last one, I'm going to add a rule that I get to tell you what shot to play,
Okay,
and you get
fine.
to tell me.
I'm up for that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Right, lie's a bit tight. It is tight. But yeah, you're telling me what shot to play, yeah?
Yeah, okay. So which flag are
We're
you
going to go for that one. So we've got the tree slightly in the way.
Yeah.
We've got upslope, downslope, really quick down there.
Okay, I'd like to see this in the air, please.
In the air, from that lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem. That tree is a problem. Right, I'm going to go toe down here because of the lie. I can't do a release 3 from this lie.
Okay.
I can't release it because it's going to kick. I'd thin it.
Right.
So I'm going to go toe down, aim left. I'm going to go out and across and use the toe to try and clip under it. See if I can do. If I just miss that tree, I'm okay.
Wow.
Oh, just missed it.
What a shot. What
Yeah, I'll
a
take
shot.
I must have missed it by an inch, so did it. It was
That
so close.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but I just used the toe down, gone across it. So I was pretty pleased with the strike there. I think you should have got the same shot, to be fair.
What a shot, Dan. That
Thank
was
you.
outstanding. And yeah, you took that tight to the tree. Okay, I'll get my 54 then.
Okay.
There.
That's fine. So yeah, we're just going to get higher, open the face a little bit, out and across.
Like kind of like that.
Yeah, so you're swinging across. Not that much wrist in, just go across it.
Okay.
Just hit the toe just behind the ball. There.
Ball position.
Ball position central. Open the face a little bit.
Yeah.
Go that way, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. Middle stump.
Yes. How's that, umpire?
There you go. That's where we go now.
That was probably the right technique.
That was good. Just go more across it.
Okay.
That was good. You just played a little bit ball first, but you take that from that lie. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Totally a good shot.
I'm going to try another one because I can.
Yeah.
Just try and get that height on it. The way you did that was so impressive to get the ball to pop up. Mud off it.
High handle, open the face, that's it. There you go.
Oh yeah.
How good is that? No such thing as a bad lie. Pop it up. Look at that. Not quite
Good.
so, Mike.
That's it. You've really buried me
All
today,
right,
Dan.
listen, that was great fun.
Thank you.
I really like where your technique's got to as well. And I think like you're starting mentally to get a lot more switched on, which is what short game's all about. It's about combining the mental skills and the technical skills. And if you do that, you know, you can have a great short game and really enjoy this game. So
Love it.
pleasure having you on the channel.
Thank you, Dan.
Good to see you doing so well.
Thank you.
And yeah, stay tuned.
We'll see you next time around.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.